Hey, how's it going, everyone? It's Tyagara, and I welcome you guys to the final episode of OOT 3D 3-Heart Run. Now, in the last episode, we made our way through the first portion of Ganon's tower and took out all the elemental barriers, freeing the sages in the process. This time, we're going to make our way up the tower and engage in a gauntlet of some of the toughest enemies in the entire game. Now, first things first, I want to quickly switch off my light arrow so I don't waste any magic here. Oh, so we can deal with these keys here. Very nice. Look at him go flying upon being penetrated by the arrow. But yeah, this time we are going to be finishing the game, hopefully without dying. Let's see what happens. We have died a few times this playthrough already, but that's okay, because I never advertised it as a no-death run. Now here, as we can see, we got a few Dinolfos who, you know, without... Actually, you know what? Oh. I think after this, I'm going to swap on over to the Master Sword, but... Yes, if we never went to the Gerudo training grounds, then this would have been our first time encountering them. So let's just quickly switch on over to the Master Sword, just because, you know, we got a few Stalfos coming up, so I'm also going to want to have some Deku Nuts. Granted, I don't believe the Stalfos come into play until a little later on, but they're still there nonetheless. But yes, every time you kill a group of monsters, you can climb up this giant spiral stairwell here. On to the next gauntlet. Alrighty. Oh, wait, here they are. They were up next. Alright, so I believe it's like this... Those ones in the Forest Temple where, oh dear. Where, you gotta kill them both, like... Before that happens. Okay, see you guys back here in just a second. Alright, now as I was saying before I was so rudely killed by the Stalfos here, I believe it's like the ones in the Forest Temple where you want to take them both out before the first one you kill has a chance to respawn. So, I just want to play it safe. If my last attempt was any indication why. Alright, he's down. Yeah, he's... Oh, wait, no, he's gone. He's gone. Never mind. We got all the time in the world to kill this guy. But not too long, because I don't want to take up your guys' whole day with my finale here. Alright, why don't we just dance around a little bit, buddy? Have some of that, huh? Come on. He fell into the burning ring of fire. He just like me, for real, for real. Back up. Alright. Can I beat him to the punch? Oh, he's gonna back up. What is he cooking? Death. He's cooking death. All right, and with the Stalfos down, some of my least favorite enemies in the game, we are going to grab the final boss key of OOT 3D. All right. A lot of finales today, guys. You know, I think we had our final Ocarina performance in the last episode, from Link, that is, and also now we got our final boss key. Hopefully our final death as well of the playthrough. I hope I don't die on Ganon. The very final boss, you will die in one hit if he ever touches you with 3 hearts, so keep that in mind. I know I will. Alright, into this next room here, we got a couple Iron Knuckles. Here, since the shield does nothing, I'm actually going to switch on over to the big Goron sword before engaging him. Alright, let's do that real quick, shall we? Also, I guess I never really noticed that the Iron Knuckles are sort of like precursors to Dark Nuts. Alright, we're just gonna engage one at a time. Stick and move, you'll... Oh, whoops! Not mean to trigger him there. It's gonna go 1, 2, or her. I wonder if it's another Gerudo woman in there, just like in the Spirit Temple. Oh! Got that heavy armor, just like Little Mac in Smash Bros. Back up, jump slash. Oh, she's moving faster now. Thrust with a big Goron sword, and now she's down. Very nice. Alright, now, on to the next room. Alright guys, so in case you're wondering, for those of you who are familiar with the game, yes, I will be attempting that strategy on Ganon. I know it's pretty easy, but I've personally never tried it in Ocarina of Time. I've only ever done it in games like Wind Waker. Now, for those of you who don't know what I'm talking about, I don't want to spoil the surprise, because it's honestly pretty funny. I'm sure you've heard it in like a Did You Know Gaming trivia video, for example, but there's a very silly way you can go about fighting Ganon, not just in Ocarina of Time, but also like, Phantom Ganon in Wind Waker, and yeah, here this room's just full of resources that you can restock up on before the final fight. So here's the last staircase here, a nice glowing colorful staircase along with some Hylian text on the wall. I'm not sure what it actually translates to. Usually they actually do translate the stuff in English, but I'm not sure about that one. Just gonna actually, no, I want the big Goron sword for this fight. But before we enter Ganon's chamber here, I am going to swap out my Deku Nuts for an empty bottle. And you'll see why in a second. We're also going to power up our arrows to be light-fueled. So without further ado, guys, let's head on inside and finish this once and for all. I imagine this was like the King's Chambers before Ganondorf remodeled the castle in his own likeness. Granted, it's pretty impressive that he was able to accomplish all this in 7 short years. Because the older you get, the faster time goes, and 7 years is not a long time. Like, I remember 7 years ago, 2015, like it was yesterday, you know, like, Gravity Falls was in Season 2, Ryu, Ken, Roy, and Cloud came out in Smash... Or not Ken, excuse me, Ryu, Lucas, Roy, and Cloud came out in Smash 4. What's happening here is if you're not topped off on health or magic, the Triforce quickly replenishes that for you. The Triforce parts are resonating. They are combining into one again. The two Triforce parts that I could not capture on that day 7 years ago. I didn't expect they would be hidden within you two. And now, finally, all the Triforce parts have been gathered here. These toys are too much for you! I command you to return them to me! Power of the Triforce on the back of my head. Oh, that's where the voice clip for his Warlock Punch and Melee comes from. Link, I can't help you! Because of the waves of darkness, I can't get close! I'm sorry, Link! That's right. So, ladies and gentlemen, for this battle against the Great King of Evil Ganondorf, there's no L targeting, as you can see. So we just gotta back up here, avoid Dorf's shockwaves, and you want to have your empty bottle handy. You're meant to do it with your sword, of course. We're gonna play some Dead Man's Volley, and you can send it back at him using your empty bottle. Now, I do believe this is actually my first time trying this in Oot. I actually, come to think of it, maybe I did it in my N64 playthrough last year, but once, you know, Ganondorf gets tired out and misses up the reflected shot, which he's taking his sweet time on, mind you. Oh dear, I've never had it last this long before. Well, this is awkward. No way! Oh dear. Well, unfortunate. See you guys back here in just 1 second. Alright, attempt number 2, here we go. So as you can see, if your timing's even a little off with the reflection, he does at least 3 hearts of damage with his balls of electricity. So yes, when you're playing tennis using the empty bottle, you are playing with some serious metaphorical fire, or electricity rather there, my friends. So you want to be careful that your timing's not bad like mine was there. And I wonder if this makes it last longer. Because, oh, alright, and he is down. So once he's stunned like that, you want to shoot him with a light arrow, and then just go to town on him with your sword. Of course, Big Goron sword does more damage. Oh wow, that's the most consistent spin attacks I ever got in this playthrough. Alright, so we're back at it. I just wanted to show it off for 1 round. I'm going to go back to the sword for the rest of it. As you can see with Big Goron sword, you got a lot more range than you would with the Master Sword. And Link swipes it with more force. It's just a generally more powerful sword, thanks to our good buddy Big Goron, of course. Alright, let's take him down. I think this might be it. I think we can 2-cycle him. Yep, wonderful. Also, fun fact, overplayed, but in the vanilla N64 Ocarina of Time, Ganon pukes blood here instead of green. The great evil King Ganondorf, beaten by this kid. Link! Bro is pressed, ladies and gentlemen. The castle is coming down, and we gotta get the hell out of Dodge before we die again. Can't have 3 deaths in the final episode, that would suck, but is what is, my friends. Alright, as you can see, our magic was topped off somehow. Not complaining, very grateful. Here's the part of the game that my friend KinkyOats was most worried about with a 3-heart run. Ladies and gentlemen, I welcome you. Actually, I'll show you in a second, and I'll explain on the way down. Without further ado, here comes Princess Zelda and her magical pink rupee from the last episode. Let's get her out of there and go home. Let's be safe. Ganondorf is dead, so it is all good. Ganondorf, pitiful man. Without a strong, righteous mind, he could not control the power of the gods and... Uh-oh. More rumbling. Oh, I love this music. Very tense. Alrighty. It's like, you know, escaping from school on the last day before summer vacation. Link, listen to me, this tower will collapse soon. With his last breath, Ganondorf is trying to crush us in the ruins of this tower. We need to hurry and escape. Please follow me, break free and lead the way. Alright, so as I was saying, yes, KinkyOats refers to this part of the game as collapse. So it's a 3-minute timer, and we gotta make our way down to the ground floor without dying. Now, that might sound pretty easy, but here's the thing. We gotta avoid these boulders that rain down just like on Death Mountain, and they do lots of damage. It's also an escort mission from Princess Zelda, because she's the one who opens these gates for us. And then within these rooms here, we're actually gonna have mini fights with other enemies, such as our beloved Stalfos, for example. So I'm just going to equip the Master Sword and also the Deku Nuts real quick, just to be safe. So we can take care of that, and we can get rid of that empty bottle. It has served its purpose. Let's guide Zelda safely along here. Oh, as you can see, it does half a heart of damage. It's not the worst, but it's not ideal. Certainly not. I'm gonna smash this pot real quick to see if I can get a little recovery heart out of it. Not that it matters, because, you know, no matter what, if I get hit in the final battle, oh, spoilers, final battle, I'm dead. But let's get out of here so that the collapsing tower does not kill us before then. Alright, Zelda, lead the way, my friend. Let's get out of here. She just walked on air. That is so cool. I wish I could do that. Alright, now here I believe is where we're gonna see the last stand of my favorite enemies in the game. So Zelda's gonna... Oh, wait. Maybe it's the next room, actually. It's a room that looks just like this. Yes, because actually this is the Dark Nut room, I believe. Anyway, without further ado, I'm gonna just watch Zelda vanish into darkness like Star Trek 2013 or whenever it came out. Alright, Zelda. I think this is the last exterior gate, excuse me. Oh yeah, we got some iframes from the cutscene. Now, as I mentioned before, my favorite enemies make one final stand here. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the last showdown with the Stalfos. Let's take him down. Alright. Die, monster. You don't belong in this castle. And frankly, neither do I, because I want to get out of here. Alright, now this is the one I think where it's like the Forest Temple, so let's make this quick. Jump slash. I think we're a little too close for comfort there. Jump slash. Oh yes, one cycle, baby, let's go. Alright. Thank you, Link. Now let's hurry. Now, if you're not topped off on health there, she gives you recovery hearts, of course. So, I'm so grateful that part's over. I did not want to fight Ganon again, or the Stalfos, but we're gonna make our way on down now. Oh wait, sorry, this is the last exterior shot. Looks like Ganon's got like a fiery lava moat down there. Oh, I think I scared Zelda by playing a little bit of leapfrog with her there. Oh, by the way, random side ramble, I suppose, but back in the days of Smash for Wii U and 3DS, oh yeah, so Zelda just wants to take a weird path around these boulders here. My buddy and I, he loved playing Ganondorf, and the Ditto was pretty fun, admittedly. One thing we would do is like play a game called Ganondorf Leapfrog, where it's exactly what it sounds like, where we just simply play Leapfrog as Ganondorf, and it looked really funny, because, you know, Ganondorf in Smash 4 looked really strange. Like, his Twilight Princess model did not translate well to HD. He looked really silly, as you can see by these screenshots here on screen. But yeah, we just like playing Ganondorf Leapfrog. That was a little thing we did. Oh, one final re-dead. Oh, I'm mashing like a Terry player in Smash. Let's get out of here. We got 1 minute and 14 to spare. We're just gonna head up that staircase next to those BMOs from the entrance, if you remember from the last episode, but they're dead now. Oh, Zelda. I'm gonna have the Hylian shield, or sorry, the mirror shield equipped. Just gonna lead the way for us. And without further ado, guys, we are safe. The collapsed castle cannot hurt us anymore. Into the light we go. Adios, Ganon's Tower. I knew thee well, my friend. I'm sure we'll meet again in another life, at the bottom of an ocean, in a desert sometime, some sunny day. Till then, see ya, chump. But yes, Ganondorf Leapfrog, it's still pretty fun in Smash Ultimate. And hey, it's relevant to the playthrough since it's Ocarina of Time Ganondorf. Alright, what are some silly things you guys like to do with your friends in Smash, just out of curiosity? I have another one that, well, without giving it away, because I don't want to get this video demonetized, it's called Super Smashed Bros, and I'll leave that up to your interpretation. Without further ado, the castle is now sinking into the earth, the gargoyles are falling, and we are at the cusp of the end of my 3-heart run of OOT 3D. What a fight. Alright, it's over. It's finally over. It's all ogre now, one might say. Oh, they're so cute. I love these Link and Zelda. They're my favorites. Link, I'm sorry I couldn't help you in the battle before. Yeah, she's apologizing for no targeting, but you heard that rumbling. It's usually a precursor of our good buddy, the dwarf, the king of the Gerudos. He is still cooking, my friends. He is not done yet. Alrighty. Oh, I should have equipped the Big Goron Sword, because this cutscene's really funny if you go into it with the Big Goron Sword. As you can see, Ganondorf is not dead yet. What happened with there is Link would have put away the Big Goron Sword and replaced it with the Master Sword for story purposes. But as you can see, his pupils are now gone, and he is turning into the Hulk. aka Demon King Ganon. This, ladies and gentlemen, is the origin story of Ganon in A Link to the Past and Zelda 1. Ocarina of Time was a prequel, but the prequel implies... I'll explain in a second. Let's just watch Ganondorf quickly knock the Master Sword out of Link's hands. So, without further ado, we're gonna nab the Big Goron Sword. There's no way he's gonna hold me back again. This time, we fight together. One sword slash and I'm dead. So, let me just equip it real quick. Alright. What you want to do here is roll beneath Ganon's legs and slash him with your sword. The tail, that's his weak point, of course. You want to be careful not to get slashed, because it will kill you in one hit. I'm trying to put my sword away, as you can see. Alternatively, you can shoot him in the face with light arrows to stun him, but you don't have to do that. Alright. I'm just going to try and play it safe, because I don't want to die and do this entire segment all over again. Because, gosh, Collapse plus the Ganon fight is a little time-consuming, not gonna lie to you. And I won't lie, guys, I'm very disappointed that the Ganon fight in Smash Ultimate doesn't allow you to roll beneath its legs like this fight does. As you can see, he's very intimidating. He's a lot more intimidating in the N64 version because it's a lot more dark lit and you can only really see his glowing eyes for the most part. I'm sure if you're a fan of the N64 version, you probably are disappointed by that aspect of the 3DS remake. And for that, I don't blame you, because it was very atmospheric. Oh my goodness, I'm so scared right now. Oh, jeez, the iframes. Oh, Ganon, big buddy. Let's calm down for a sec. I don't normally use the light arrows, because, you know, I got lots of health, and I usually have some fairy bottles in the reserve. But of course, 3-heart run, every bit of safety counts. He is down for the count. We can go and get the Master Sword back. But of course, the Big Goron Sword still does more damage. Link, the Master Sword is here. Hurry up. I wish you would throw it to you, kind of like Linebeck does with the Phantom Sword in Phantom Hourglass. But we've got it equipped. We can still hurt him with the Big Goron Sword, but you're supposed to do the final hit in order to trigger, like, the final cutscene with the Master Sword, for canon purposes, of course. As you can see, he's back with a vengeance. Thankfully, though, we can block and slash, which is awesome. Oh, he almost hit me in the ankle there. I'm scared. I'm expecting, like, the instant reversals, you know? Kind of like some enemies, how they just instantly come out swinging against you once they get the chance. Die, monster. Alright, let's take him down. Shoot him in the face. Alrighty. Oh, God. He was going for the feet there. He wanted my Achilles heel, just like the Beamos and the Gerudo Trading Ground. Oh, this is quite tense, guys. We're running low on magic. So we're just gonna have to resort to rolling between his legs. Oh, thank God we blocked that. Woo! Sweating. Absolutely sweating, guys. This is tense. This is very... Oh my God. Okay. I'm scared. Oh, what the hell? I'm inside of it. No. Oh, I blocked it. Oh, thank God. Yes, 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 he's down. Okay, okay, here we go, guys. Here we go. Okay, all right. Zelda's gonna stutter using her magic. And we're gonna put him away using Link's jab combo from Smash. I'm using my power to hold the evil king. You use your sword and deliver the final blow. Rather a set of 3, because 3, of course, as we've established time and time again, is the magic number. The Master Sword is glowing. Link's eyes are bulging. Ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, the 3D 3-heart run of Ocarina of Time has come to an end. Yes! But yeah, that's where Link's jab combo in Smash comes from. Oh, God. Ganon is molding. We've got him, folks. 6 ages now. Let's put him away. I am running out of breath because I'm actually... That part where I jumped there and blocked his slash, I honestly thought it was going to clip me like a Stalfos. Ancient creators of Hyrule! Now open the sealed door and send the evil incarnation of darkness into the void of the evil realm! Raru! Darunia, Ruto, Naburu, Impa, and Saria! Let's put them away. Turn into those glowing balls of energy. Now we've got a cool glowing orb collection. Guys, we did it! We did it! We died a few times, but you know what? That's okay. Nobody's perfect. I'm just so happy I didn't die in the final fight. Excuse me. It's funny that I died playing tennis with the bottle, but guys, without further ado, our man Ganon is sealed in the Sacred Realm. You! Curse you, Zelda! Curse you, sages! But most of all, curse you, Link! Bro, thinky Walter White, look at him! Someday, when this seal is broken, I will look cartoony! That is when I will exterminate your descendants! Guess I got what I deserved! I'm sorry I made that connection before filming. Like, I was just thinking how Ganon spins around. As long as the Triforce of Power is in my hand. When he spins around in the Sacred Realm there, it just made me think of Walter White's death from Breaking Bad. And I just thought that was so funny. But alas, here we are. In the blue void. It looks like the file select screen, honestly. Alright. Honestly, I don't know how Link and Zelda got here, to tell you the truth. But it is what it is. Cutscene antics. Thank you, Link. Thanks to you, Ganondorf has been sealed inside the evil realm. Thus, peace will once again reign in this world. For a time. Or else Wind Waker can't happen. All the tragedy that has befallen Hyrule was my doing. I was so young, I could not comprehend the consequences of trying to control the Sacred Realm. I dragged you into it too. Now it is time for me to make up for my mistakes. You must lay the Master Sword to rest and close the door of time. However, by doing this, the road between times will be closed, and the timeline will branch into 3 separate ones. The one where you failed at playing tennis with an empty bottle created a timeline where Hyrule goes to crap, but we'll talk about that more in a sec. Link, give the ocarina to me, please and thank you. As a sage, I can return you to your original time with it. Alright, Zelda. It's all yours, my friend. Have the magical MacGuffin, the titular item. Let's hold hands one last time. Look how big Link's hands are compared to Zelda's. Peace has returned to Hyrule. It is time for us to say goodbye. Alright. You want to play Zay Zay one last time for us, Zelda? Now go home, Link. Regain your lost time. Home, where you are supposed to be. The way you are supposed to be. When you are supposed to be. Blast off. Back to the past we go. Thank you, Link. I'm talking while playing the ocarina. Goodbye. Zelda must have like 2 mouths or something. Kind of like how Daisy has that 3rd eyeball on the back of her head. Oh, one of the best ending themes of all time. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you all so much for sticking with me on this journey. I have been wanting to do Let's Play since I was a little boy watching Chugga Conroy's Wind Waker LP. I'm so happy that I finally finished this. I want to give a quick shout out to some dear friends who supported me along the way, starting with Magic, the Duck, KinkyOats, my friends, my brothers. They all gave me lots of feedback while editing these videos, specifically on the first 2 episodes, and the Duck helped me design the overlay here. KinkyOats, of course, one of the most brilliant Ocarina of Time players. He's also a world-class YouTube YTPMVer. I'll put a link to his channel in the description, along with Magic and the Duck's ABB Rchive VOD channel for their Smash tournaments. I would like to thank my other friends, Everett, Nick, my brothers, my lifelong friends who have also been supporting me with this. Kazra as well, my goat. I referenced him earlier. He's the one I played Ganondorf Leapfrog with. Wanda on Twitter, my dear friend, she's been supporting me with this as well. I could not have done it without you guys. All the support has meant the world to me. Anthony, family friend of mine. Loki, the father I never had, thank you for all your support. You helped me keep on schedule while recording these, clocking in and out like I was working part-time for you just to keep me on track so I could make the release date for this. And all of you, everyone at home watching this, if you managed to stick it out to the end, it means more than words can describe. And even if you're watching this years in the future from now, just, stumbling upon my silly little channel, thank you. Just, God, I don't know if this will ever turn into a career for me, but this is a passion project that I've always dreamed of. And I felt there was no better way to start it off than with a game that changed my life when I was a kid. I don't know if I told the story, but I saw myself a lot in Link as a kid, and not just because he was a left-handed 9-year-old like me playing Ocarina for the first time. It's because, he left Kokiri Forest, leaving behind all the people he grew up with. Wasn't necessarily close with them, but he ventured out into the world and made a lot of new friends along the way and really came into his own. Around the time I played this game, I transferred schools upon some personal stuff happening in my life. I was like Link, you know, I didn't have my fairy, so I was just, you know, keeping to myself a lot. I'll not bore you with the details, but basically, this game was a wonderful escape for me. Just seeing this magnificent hero, this lonely boy without a fairy from the forest, go on to become the greatest hero of all time upon leaving, you know, his childhood surroundings, really inspired me at the time. Now, I made some lifelong friends around the time I played this game. The aforementioned Everett, Nick, and Kazra. I love you guys. Everett, like, I met him first, and God, he's probably the longest friend I've had. Truly cannot tell you how much I love my brothers there, but here we are, a nice little celebration in Lon Lon Ranch. Also, oh look, Ingo and Talon have made up. Isn't that nice? Oh, and the Kokiri have left the forest. I hope they don't die. Now then, also my mom especially, thank you. You know, like, a lot of parents are weary about their children pursuing, you know, any sort of online presence, especially, you know, like the Gen Xers, because they're weary about the internet. But my mom, she's been very supportive throughout the whole thing. She's downstairs, in fact, promising to keep quiet as to not interrupt my recording. But she's so supportive, and I love her more than words can say. But anyway, as I was saying before, oh, look at the Beatles there. They're 8 of them, plus their boss. That's crazy. I'm sorry, I'm getting sidetracked. Yes, the events of this game has created 3 split timelines. One of them is canon, that Link dies in the final battle against Ganon specifically, not Ganondorf. And that, of course, leads to the events of Link to the Past, the Sealing War mentioned in that game's prologue. It's the immediate aftermath of Ocarina of Time where Link dies, and Ganon, you know, he's running rampant, and the 7 wise men are the 7 sages who seal the way. That's why he's always in his beast form in those older Zelda games before Ocarina of Time, and also in A Link Between Worlds, and the Oracle games as well. Oracle games are actually some Zelda games I've never played before, and maybe I'll play them live, because for LPs, I want to do games I'm familiar with, but I'm thinking of doing, you know, games relatively blind, because, you know, I know some stuff about the Oracle games, though not quite much, and I did play, like, a fair amount of one of them back in the day, but I never finished it. I don't remember much of it at all. Banjo-Kazooie is a game I watched a Let's Play of, but I've never played through myself. I would love to do, like, a stream playthrough of that. But my next playthrough is most likely going to be another N64 classic. But before we move on to that, I do have a bonus episode or 2 cooking for you guys there. One, I'm going to show off all of the, or maybe we can cram it into one episode. All of the dialogue from the Gossip Stones, as well as the locations of all the Pieces of Heart, because, you know, of course, I didn't show them off in this playthrough, only 2 of them, because, well, I mean, I did show off locations, but I only collected 2 of them because they were necessary for side quest purposes. But yes, this is everything you can do in Ocarina of Time that doesn't involve collecting Pieces of Heart. Now here's where the other 2 timeline branches come in. So Zelda staying in the future creates the... It has been dubbed by Hyrule Historia as the adult timeline, where the events of Wind Waker, Phantom Hourglass, and Spirit Tracks transpire. And now here is the child timeline, where this will immediately lead into Majora's Mask, then Twilight Princess, and then Zelda 4 Swords Adventures, funny enough, many centuries down the line there. But here we are back in our home time. Link has returned the Master Sword, and Navi, having fulfilled her promise to the Deku Tree, departs for somewhere. Be it the heavens, Termina, or to be with the Great Deku Tree in the Great Beyond, who can tell? But guys, my name has been Tayagara. That is the Master Sword. Link has just walked away. This was my playthrough of Oot 3D 3-Heart Run. Stay tuned for the bonus episode, and LP number 2 coming to you shortly. But until then, guys, as always, the credits are still going to roll, but I thank you all so much for watching, and we're going to watch this last cutscene before I bid you guys farewell. Zelda, you're not gonna believe it! Ganondorf's gonna go crazy and he's gonna get the Triforce of Power and take over the world. It's gonna be absolutely chaotic. You gotta behead him now. Send him to the Twilight Realm, please. Stab him in the chest, do what you must. My eyes are closed for this one. I do not want to see it. But ladies and gentlemen, thank you all so much for watching. My name is Tayagara. meet you all back here for the next episode, which is the bonus episode. And I bid you guys farewell.